Hey everybody, what's up y'all? Welcome back to my channel. Tammy Talks here. All right y'all, the circle is back, okay? Now, I know I started recapping the circle last season, but I wasn't feeling it. I don't even think I got past like the second episode. But we are here for season 5. This is the recap for episode 1. If you're brand new to my channel, I do breakdowns on reality shows and scripted TV shows, giving my own thoughts, opinions, and theories into each and every recap. So if you enjoy that type of content, which you do, because that's why you're here watching the circle recap, go ahead, hit that subscribe button, subscribe to the channel, hop in the comment section, y'all. Let's talk about everything respectfully down below. Thumbs up the video, hit the notification bell because I will be doing videos for each and every episode of The Circle. All right, so this first episode, I will say I love the twists and turns that the show took this season. It was getting stale, and I think that's why I wasn't really rocking with season 4. It was getting very stale. So let's meet the players. We have Xanthi, who is 25. She's a model from Massachusetts. She's going to play as a preschool teacher because models get a bad rep. Let's get past this. All right, I need every future season. Like, nobody wants to hear that anymore. Nobody is going to not vote for you because you're a model. I am so sick of hearing y'all say that on this show. I'm really a model, but I'm gonna go in as a art teacher because that makes more sense. It doesn't though. All right, but we have Xanthi. She's loud. Aside from that, she don't bother me. So then we have Brian, who is 47 years old. He is a supervisor in the private investigation unit. And he is from Portland, Oregon. Now, Brian immediately worked my last. Immediately worked my last. I can't explain it, but Brian worked my absolute last nerve. Absolutely. So Brian is going to be playing as his 27-year-old daughter, Brittany. He feels that people are going to be more willing to give money to a single mother with a 5-year-old. No, we wouldn't. This show, everybody is out for themselves. No one's going to say, oh, you're a single mother. You know, you can have that prize money. Brian gone. So he said his strategy is to get a circle boyfriend right away that he can manipulate and get into a sugar boo. Never works well when a man is playing as a woman. It doesn't. It doesn't, because I feel like they start talking about periods and menstrual cycles and everything else and makeup and all this other type of stuff, and the men never know what the hell to say. It never, ever, ever works out well. But if you want to try this, go ahead, Brian. So then we have Brett, who is 27 years old and from Las Vegas. I don't think he said he had a job. He said he's like the resident bottle popper. Okay. But he said that he was 6th place on Big Brother. He said he hopes to do better on this show. He said that people think that he's a douchebag, but he's not. He's a douchebag. He's a lovable douchebag. You're a douche. Anytime any man that claims to be a douchebag, that wears it as a badge of honor, gone. He was just annoying. He was very annoying. I was disturbed that he shook up that champagne and splashed it all over. That's not your house. Now you got to live with that sticky shit all up. I didn't like Brett from Rip. So then we have Raven, who is 26 years old. She is a disability advocate. She is deaf AF, as she said. I liked Raven. Raven gave very good energy. She's from Maryland. She has her interpreter with her. His name is Paris. I like Raven. Nothing bad to say about Raven. She didn't really give us like a strategy or anything. Aside from, I feel like she's going to come in and be her absolute self, and we're going to hope that goes on. So right now, she's my favorite because we are always rooting for everybody black. So then we get Marvin. Marvin is 27 years old. He is a chemical engineer from Texas, by way of Nigeria, where he is originally from. He said because he grew up with such humble beginnings, he is absolutely living the American dream right now, okay? Anybody that asks him, what is the American dream? Him. me. All right, so Marvin seems cool, but Marvin, I hate the men that come on here and they're super ripped and they have nice bodies and they just don't wear a shirt the whole time. Insert Cardi B screaming, "What was the reason?" Because why are you doing it? But nonetheless, he wants to play as a personal trainer so that they will underestimate his intelligence. Okay, so you done came in throwing shots, being shady, that personal trainers aren't smart. Don't do that because this is not a game. You don't have to be overly smart or an engineer or a neurosurgeon or something like that in order to win this game. You just have to be likable. So that already gave me a red flag. So I don't know how I feel about Marvin. Still always and forever, but I don't know how I feel about Marvin. So then we have Sam. Sam is 34 years old. She is a freelance makeup artist from Brooklyn, New York. Love her accent. I love the East Coast accent. I absolutely love it. I'm from the Midwest. We don't have an accent here. But I absolutely love the East Coast accent. Sam has really, really good energy. She seems like a lot. But I do like her. I do like Sam. She said that she's a person that loves really big. Once she loves you, you're stuck with her like herpes. I said, not like herpes. That's the example you wanted to use? Okay. Okay. And then she said that she's a unicorn. She has never met anyone that's quite like her. I said, all right. So, fingers crossed for Sam. We then meet Chaz. Chaz is 28 years old, very, very nice looking. He is a mobile car detailer from Jersey. He said that he's going to have Post-its all over his apartment because he's going to learn your strategy more than you know your own strategy. I said, okay, me and Mary Jane, get into it. So he then said even though he has a shampoo poppy, he is going to come in as a nurse because he thinks that they are more willing to tell their secrets to a nurse over the car that does the car detailing. That's the dumbest logic I've ever heard. But Chaz, I like Chaz's overall personality. So I'm going to roll with him. He is playing as single even though he is engaged and has not been single for like 4 years. So love Chaz. Aside from dumbass logic, really, really like Chaz. So then we get Billie Jean, who is 25 years old. She's a model and a radio host from the UK. She wants to play as Bruno because she feels that male models don't get as much flack as female models do. Or whatever. Her personality honestly seemed very boring to me. She wasn't annoying. She just seemed kind of boring. Like she didn't really make as big of a splash the first episode as some other people did. So, but she wants to flirt with the ladies to reel them in. So basically she can find out their strategies, who they don't like, flip it, reverse it, use it against them. So right away, after all 8 people are finally in the game, they rate each other. And everybody is kind of shocked because it's really a rating of first looks, first impressions. So they then play a game where they just are like revealing things about themselves. So the first 2 questions are kind of just random. What's your favorite dance? Stuff like that. So they then get to the question of what would you rather be? Powerful, successful, happy, or popular? Now let's be real. I would choose successful. Personally, I would choose successful because I feel that if I was successful, my success will bring me happiness, right? But I'm not going to down anybody that chooses being happy. I can't just say I want to be happy because I don't want to be poor. There are some people that are poor that are living check to check that are, you know what I mean, that are not in the greatest situation monetarily and all this other kind of stuff in their career, but they're still happy and content with the space that they're in. So the goal of these type of games is not necessarily to be yourself. It's to pick what is going to be the most tolerable and likable in terms of everybody else. So everybody picks happy. Xanith picks successful, and they start low-key judging her. Why don't you want to be happy? I felt the way that she did. My success will bring me happiness. I got a new job this year. Got a new promotion. Got a promotion, I should say. Complete different job. Upgrade. More money. More freedom at work. All types of stuff. More perks. That made me happy AF. I am happier in this position than I was in my last job. So that's how I look at it. So, but they all kind of looked at her sideways. So then they get the question of, have you never cheated? Cheated more than once? Cheated more than twice? Or you prefer not to say? Raven was like, I'm going to be honest and say that I cheated once. She said it was back in high school. You then have Sam, who said that she cheated more than twice. Everybody else said that they never cheated. Brett is like, if you're a cheater and a liar, I can't fuck with you at all, bro. What? It's like, shut the fuck up, Brett. Ooh. Bye, Brett. Irritating. So they all, like, some of them are kind of judging them for cheating, whereas there are some that are like, I applaud y'all for, like, being 100 with it. Y'all were honest. So, you know, big ups to you and, you know, being completely honest about yourself. I feel like that's more appealing to be like, you know what? I did cheat before. I ain't even gonna hold you. I did cheat. As opposed to you sitting there and being a serial cheater and then lying just to save face. So we get Marvin inviting Brett to a private chat. They kind of bond over being shredded, but low-key Brett feels as if Marvin is like teasing him because he kept saying bro a lot. So like, you trying to make fun of me or what's goody? So then we have Bruno inviting Xanthi, excuse me, sorry for pronouncing my name wrong, inviting Xanthi to a private chat, and he just basically asked her how long she's been single, and he's flirting, basically. So we get Chaz inviting Brittany and Sam to a group chat. Now, they're both a little apprehensive, like, you know, what is this throuple we got going? But he just wants to check on them and see how their first day went. He really liked Sam because Sam was completely honest with all of her answers that she gave. Even though a lot of Sam's answers were completely different than the rest of the group, I think that made her stick out a little more because you can tell that she's being she's keeping it a stack. So Chaz notices that Brittany, aka Brian, is not really answering anything. It's just like, wow, this is crazy, but not really like opening up and giving any real answers. So because of that, Chaz is like, got my eye on you, hun, watching you, because like this is again why you don't play as somebody else, because you end up doing so much that it just doesn't work. It doesn't work. So after this little group chat that they have, Chaz feels that he really only connected with Sam. He feels safer with Sam because Sam was willing to open up, because she says that, you know, I wonder if I did too much. I'm a little uneasy, you know, about how everything went. So they then are all told, there's an alert, they have to state publicly who they will block if they were an influencer. So they're going to reveal who are the top 2 influencers. Whoever y'all said, that person is blocked. I said, God damn. Now remember, they did these ratings before any of them interacted or met each other or did these private chats. It was really just, what did y'all do in the overall big group circle chat? So Xanthi votes for Marvin. She's not an influencer. Marvin is safe. Marvin is too theatrical for me. I feel like in these initial ratings, it's nothing personal, y'all. It just in a lot of cases, it's really just you didn't even talk to that person, so that's why, you know, they're not voting you higher. That's where that is going. It's not as big of a deal as they were making it. Bruno votes for Brett. Bruno is not an influencer, so Brett is safe. Sam then votes for Brett, but we heard Sam's reasoning because she said then in the big initial chat, he didn't say anything. Brett then votes for Sam, and she's offended. You voted for him. Why are you offended that he voted for you back? Oh, Lord. So Raven voted for Brett. So this is 3 votes for Brett. So if they were doing the traditional rankings, his ass would be last anyways. So come to find out, Raven is an influencer. So because she is an influencer, Brett is immediately blocked. I said, that is so cutthroat. And he's like, yeah, y'all keep ganging up on me. I'm taking it personal. Y'all are jealous of me. You're haters. Nah, you just didn't make any type of connection or anything with anybody. I feel like he is the typical, he might be popular outside of this, so he feels like he's going to be immediately popular inside of this, and it's just not how it worked. So then we have Brittany, who voted for Bruno. Brittany is not an influencer. So it comes down to Marvin and Chaz. Marvin is voting for Sam, and Chaz has voted for Xanthi. So the episode ends with us in suspense on who is going to be the influencer. The other person is going to be blocked immediately. I love the new twist. I love the idea that it's really based on first reactions. So if I initially didn't rock with you, that's who I'm voting for, and then that's going to send you home. Then I'm sure there's going to be some type of twist where it's like, oh, look, da, 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 you can save these people. I'm sure it's going to be something like that to, like, you know, not be so cutthroat. But so far, I absolutely like it. Hop in the comment section down below. Please, no spoilers. We're only going to talk about this one particular episode. And I will catch you guys in episode 2.